Now that we've created a new product, or download as it's called in Easy Digital Downloads, it's time to add the actual downloadable product to our page. If you'll remember, from the last movie, we entered information about the product. So we have the title and also some text describing the product. And as you can see on the preview page here, we even have a purchase button. But there's no product associated with this page. So if people buy this product, they won't actually get anything. That's the next step. We need to add the actual product to the product page. This is done in the Edit Download page where you already entered information. If you scroll further down on this page, you'll see you have a panel here called Download Configuration. And this is where you add the actual downloadable files. Off the top, you can toggle on and off whether you want to enable variable pricing. So this is if you want to have variable pricing based on different features in the product. I'm going to leave that unchecked. Then you have to set a price for the product. So I'm going to set this to $10. And now you can add file downloads. And you notice you can add one or several different files here. For each file, you have to set a name. So I'm going to set it to Boston City Guide. And you also have to point to a file. So here I'm going to upload a file. I'll go to Upload Files, select Files, and then find the file I want. I'll click Open. This is a PDF file, so now I can set a title for it. So I'll call it Boston City Guide by Hunger Guides, and click Insert into Post. Now you see the URL that points directly to this file on my server. And if I wanted to, I could click Add New File, and this would add an additional field, and here I could upload another file. Now that you've uploaded the files, you can set a file download limit. By default, this is set to 0, which means there is no limit and people can re-download the file as many times as they want. But in certain cases, you may want to limit the number of times people are able to download the same file. This could be if you are worried that people might go to different computers and re-download it again and distribute the file in that way, or there could be other reasons. But if you do set a limit to this, chances are people will try to download the file and then something goes wrong, or they delete the file, and then they'll have to contact you again to get the file one more time. So this is a decision you have to make whether or not you want to set a limit or not. At the very bottom, you have this button option, disable the automatic output of the purchase button. If you check this, the button on the product page will disappear. Now, you're probably going to ask, why would I want to do that? Because then I lose the button and people can't buy the product. Well, if you use regular posts, let's say you have a blog and you want to add a product to the blog, you can add a button to the blog posts. And there's a good chance that you may not want to use this actual product page at all, and then you can take that purchase button off. But for pretty much every case, I would say leave this unchecked because it's pointless. Once you've added the downloadable product, we'll take a look at the few remaining features on this page. On the very bottom here, you have product notes where you can leave notes about the product. These notes will be added to the purchase receipt. So when people buy the product, you may leave a note like, you have to actually download the product, here's the link, or something like that. And if you scroll all the way up to the top here, you'll see that we have a panel called Download Stats. Here you have two links. You have links to the sales log, and you'll see that as you make sales, this number will change from 0 to something else. And you also see the earnings, and you have a link to the file download log. Now, to demonstrate how this works, I've already created a product and sold some versions of it. So if I go back here and open the Boston City Guides that have already been sold, you'll see here we have 4 sales. And if you click View Sales Log, we get to a log that shows all the sales. And if I go back and click View File Download Log, you'll see that although I sold the product to 4 people, only 2 of them have actually downloaded the product. Now that I've added actual products to my product page, I'm almost ready to publish. The one thing remaining is I need to make this look good by adding some images. That's next.